Plywood or MDF? Which one should I use for my hotel? What are the pros and cons of each? Those are the questions that I've heard countless times. As well, we have been using both material. They are both useful. It's just a matter of matching the right material with the right job. So let's do a head-to-head comparison of them. What are they made of? Really easy to answer because both are engineered wood products. Both contain wood and glue. Plywood is closest to normal timbers because it's made of a bunch of very thin layers of wood. These layers are stacked up like a sandwich, using good heat and pressure. Each layer is 90 degrees to the wind below it and above it, so weight patterns are always varying in different directions. This makes the plywood much stronger because it counteracts wood's tendencies to split or break. MDF, on the other hand, doesn't share these properties. In fact, MD stands for medium density. F is fiberboard. It is made of plywood bark and wood, sort of like mush. It gets flattened and pressed in its sheets, so it has no weight to it, no linear timber running through it. It's almost more like a cake batter that gets pressed into a shape. It would be easy for someone to say, "Oh, it's just fiberboard, it's garbage." But that would be pretty unfair. MDF uses a smaller fiber, so the finished product is smoother and more uniform. So you just have to work around its limitations. Now let's get back to our comparison. We will start it with the point most people are interested in. There is a popular idea out there that MDF is a cheaper alternative to plywood, and for the most part, this is accurate. For furniture-grade material, same thickness, plywood is 5% higher than normal MDF. But when we say plywood, we are actually talking about dozens or hundreds of different products because there are so many grades of plywood. Every grade have different uses. There are interior and exterior plywood. There are plywood that have one decent finished surface and an upgrade surface on the other side. These plywood are expensive than MDF. Also, MDF has special treatment, like waterproof and fireproof. So, how many percent difference? It depends on what grade material you are getting. The second topic is strength and durability. Plywood is stronger than MDF because it has the actual wood grade, which is good material for school thread to grab. Those are furniture-grade plywoods. They are really best for projects. For aesthetic quality is of the highest value. I really prefer plywood. We use it for a lot of projects. Both plywood and MDF to be drilled with normal drill bit that runs out fine. But when it comes to fasteners, MDF doesn't want to hold a screw nearly as well as plywood. But with MDF, you are going straight into the fiber core, the softer part of the material. The egg will either split into fragments, or the screws will just put out with little effort. No effective at all. Another thing need to consider about this is the workability. How do MDF and plywood respond to tools being cut? MDF cuts more smooth, slick egg. The saw doesn't cause sprinkling in MDF. All of the CNC cut patterns were made by MDF. Plywood show up difference. There are some rigged and cut. We have used all the woodwork of trick to protect the egg. The last and most cared about is the moisture proof. All resorts in a temperate marine climate need to consider mildew problems. MDF should never be used outside. It's basically designed to fail when exposed to water. Those wood fiber act like a sponge drinking up moisture. Just a bit of soaking persists starts. Then MDF grows and turns too much. The exterior grade plywood, which is basically just like another treated lumber. They don't look as good. They tend to be sort of gray and warped, but they do resist fungal growth as for normal untreated plywood. It will hold up outside. Are you going to create a hotel? Anything else of hotel furniture do you want to know more about? You can share with me in the comments just below. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you in the next time.